Kagadosh Boker Tov, we're just continuing with the halachot of the 3 weeks. Here brings down now the entire concept of ShecHeyanu, which means that it's proper to refrain from saying ShecHeyanu during the 3 weeks, starting already from the night of Shivat Sabet Tammuz until after Tisha B'Av, whether it's going to be on a new fruit or whether it's going to be on a new clothing. Obviously, what you should do is you should try to leave it on the side until afterwards, whether it's a new fruit or clothing, just leave it until after Tisha B'Av, and then that's when you're going to make the ShecHeyanu. But obviously, those that are going to make ShecHeyanu, whether it's going to be on Pidyon Ben or on Brit Milah, there's no problem whatsoever. And one way of doing it is that if a person, let's say he has a Brit Milah, or he has a Pidyon Ben, and he's making the ShecHeyanu, so during the time of the ShecHeyanu, he could have in mind the new fruit, and then afterwards what he does is that he's just going to make the bracha of the fruit, and then he's going to have it. But to do with the clothing, it's actually going to come out a big machloket, because Shulchan Aruch brings down in Siman Tav Kuf Nun Aleph Sivav that you're not allowed to wear an beged chadash b'shavua shechal bo Tisha B'Av. The Rama says we are machmir from Rosh Chodesh and afterwards. The Ben Ish Chai brings down that that's the minhag from Rosh Chodesh and afterwards, and that's what also that Rav Wada used to say as well. So therefore, you see that there's an entire concept of a new clothing even without the ShecHeyanu, which means that even without ShecHeyanu, there's already going to be a problem of wearing a new clothing during, for sure, Shavua Shechal Bo, or during the 9 days, that you have this concept that you shouldn't be wearing new clothing. It does permit, though, that, for example, if a person needs shoes for Tisha B'Av, they do permit that you're allowed to buy them during this time, and you should actually wear them beforehand in order that you're not actually wearing new shoes for Tisha B'Av. So therefore it is better that obviously you wear them before, then afterwards here we're talking about the special shoes which is made out of bad or whatever it is, which is a cloth, and not that it's actually regular leather shoes that you can all be wearing on the day of Tisha B'Av. So again, these are just a few different of the halachot, right, of doing, of whether it's wearing new clothing or not. We did speak about it in the past, and we'll just mention it right now again also as well, that you are allowed to buy any type of clothing which are going to be on special, which means that if you have a sale, right, and it's not going to be until after Tisha B'Av, so therefore you are allowed to buy new clothing because you're not actually wearing them, you're just buying it just to take the opportunity to do it now in order not to pay a higher price later on. So therefore that they did permit, right, during this time frame in order that you shouldn't come, right, and you shouldn't waste a lot of money. There are those that are machmirim during Shavua Shechal Bo, obviously, because there it's only going to be 2-3 days. That usually, anyway, if it's already on sale, then it's going to be sale the day afterwards as well. So therefore, a person should try to refrain during that time. But for sure, during this time, which is called the 3 weeks until Rosh Chodesh Av, for sure, there's no problem whatsoever of buying new clothing if it's going to be on sale and actually not wearing them until later on.